Hi and welcome back to Recap Ninja. Today I'm going to explain a 2022 South Indian crime action thriller movie named FIR, which portrays the horrors of religious extremism. The movie tells the story of Irfan, an innocent man with an ordinary life, who is portrayed as evil incarnated by media trials. The country is divided by religion and Muslims are shown as the bad ones. Is there a journey back to normal life for a man accused of terrorism? Is there more to Irfan than what meets the eye? Serious spoilers ahead, so sit back and enjoy. The movie opens in a small city in Chennai, South India, where Irfan Ahmed is just like any other normal teenager. He is a gold medalist from IIT Madras who resides in the city of Triplicate, Chennai. He shares a home with his mother, Praveena Begum, a sub-inspector of police, and a group of acquaintances. Irfan has a simple life. He studied chemical engineering, and just like any ordinary student, he struggled immensely with his grades and finally graduated with a good GPA. In addition to being friends with a young lawyer named Pratana, he is in a relationship with Archana, who is pursuing her doctorate in Delhi. Irfan works a part-time job in a perfume factory while attending fruitless interviews for jobs. Irfan noticed that no matter where he is called for an interview, he is always asked if he is very religious. Meanwhile, Gunasekar, a low-ranking police officer, visits Nakbul, a terrorist squad for making explosives. Nakbul is on death row and will be hanged in an hour. Gunasekar tries to ask about Abu Bakr, who is another wanted criminal. However, Nakbul doesn't say anything. When nothing seems to be working, Gunasekar tries to provoke Nakbul to get some information. He says bad things about Abu Bakr and calls him names. This makes Nakbul say that Abu Bakr is not a terrorist and he is not against the country. He talks about Abu Bakr's goal. Turns out, Abu Bakr is trying to turn Tamil Nadu, which is a state in India, into a Muslim majority state. Soon the police come to take Nakbul for his death sentence. As Nakbul is leaving, Gunasekar asks him one last time for some information about Abu Bakr. Nakbul smiles and tells a riddle that Gunasekar doesn't understand. On the other side, Abu Bakr covers his face with a mask and makes a video of him talking. In the video, he says that he will soon turn entire South India into a massive graveyard. The video goes viral and everyone is scared about this Muslim criminal. Even the news channels discuss the contents of the video and the extent of Islamic crimes. Irfan decides to work full-time for Perumal and his son Karthikeyan at their perfume company after becoming wary of having questions about his religious beliefs asked of him during job interviews. He needs to travel to several cities around the nation to buy chemicals for his work. On the other side, Gunasekar solves the riddle given by Nakbul. As he tries to notify his boss, he learns that his boss is not there and has gone to Kochi, another city, for business purposes. The information being of great value, Gunasekar quickly takes a flight to Kochi. There, Gunasekar meets with Anisha, who informs him about the NIA security advisor, Ajay Devan. Turns out Gunasekar's boss is in a meeting with Ajay Devan. There are many other high officials present at the meeting and they are discussing the video by Abu Bakr. Seeing this meeting as the perfect chance to notify everyone the message from Nakbul, Gunasekar manages to sneak into the meeting. There, he talks about the riddle given by Nakbul. He also adds that he has managed to solve the riddle and the message is a huge security problem for the world. Turns out the riddle says there will be 8 explosions in the capital of Sri Lanka. Ajay orders his team to stay alert and also orders them to notify Sri Lankan intelligence officers who are allies of India. Irfan heads home and he finds his lawyer friend waiting for him. Pratana is there to talk to his mother about a case. Irfan informs them that he has taken in the full-time offer from his boss. Anisha and Gunasekar start to analyze social media stats to see who else is helping these organizations to create chaos. As they analyze social media, they find a similar message to that in the riddle of Nakbul on a YouTube channel. They arrest the YouTube channel owner and question him about the relations with Nakbul. Turns out a few months prior, a few men came to the YouTube owner and asked him to make a service through which anyone can talk to anyone else without a phone number. The YouTube owner, who is also a coder, promises to help the NIA to find these people if the server is still active. It can be easily done. Meanwhile, the plot in Sri Lanka happens to be true. 8 explosions blast on Easter Day, and the Sri Lankan intelligence force is not successful in catching the bad guys. India is on high alert as they are the next target. In a car, we see Dr. Ahmed Zasi and his son talking about their life. Dr. Ahmed Zasi's son is planning to study in New York for his master's and his father is happy about his decision. Dr. Ahmed Zasi is a teacher and he also owns a chemical factory. As they talk, Zasi tells his son that he doesn't want his younger son to be like the eldest and join extreme organizations. On the other hand, the NIA got information that Zasi's school received some funds from Sri Lanka. They suspect Zazi to be involved with the organization, and thus few NIA men are assigned to keep an eye on Zazi. Irfan and Karthik, his boss's son, are traveling to another city, and on the bus, Irfan meets his lawyer friend Prathana. She is also heading to the same city for work. The two spend the whole journey talking about their lives and their past relationships. Here we learn that Irfan and his girlfriend broke up due to unavoidable circumstances. As Irfan and Karthik reach the city, they meet up with Zazi. They want to make a partnership with Zazi's chemical factory for their perfume factory. However, the NIA was listening into the conversation, which they find suspicious. They start to look into the lives of Irfan and Karthik. Irfan is a Muslim, so he gets more attention and suspicion. After the meeting, Karthik travels to Mumbai while Irfan heads to Hyderabad to check the samples and receive the order. Gunasekar follows Irfan as he does his work. Irfan goes to a chemical yard to receive some chemicals and then heads to the airport. Kathy, another NIA agent, manages tickets for herself and Gunasekar on the same flight as Irfan to continue following him. Irfan lands in Hyderabad and starts checking the chemicals in another container. Gunasekar loses Irfan as they walk into a very crowded marketplace. That evening, Irfan has a flight back to Chennai. Irfan misplaces his smartphone traveling from Hyderabad to his house. Irfan, who was upset that he could miss his flight to Chennai, accidentally threatened the airport staff with a bomb in Hyderabad, which results in his imprisonment. He is later released and makes it to Chennai. Several more are killed later when a bomb detonates at the same airport. Irfan is detained once more after his phone is discovered near the bomb detonation scene the next day. Ajay Devan, an advisor to the NIA, has ordered his detention. Anisha of the NIA and Gunasekar question him. Irfan is thought to be Abu Bakr Abdullah, the terrorist who is most wanted. He is therefore labelled a terrorist, depicted in the media as the embodiment of evil and subjected to torture while being held by the police. Prathana resolves to stand up for Irfan after feeling sorry for him and invites Praveena to visit him. They are however not allowed to see Irfan. Praveena, an asthmatic patient, suffers an episode and passes out as a result of embarrassment brought on by the public investigation. Irfan is permitted to see his mother in the hospital while being closely watched by the police. Irfan is horrified to learn that Praveena has passed away and flees the hospital. There he is approached by Dr. Zazi's son Riaz, who encourages and inspires Irfan to make sarin gas to carry out a terrorist strike. Irfan performs this. Dr. Zazi, who has no idea of all of this, visits the plant and is horrified by what he sees. Anisha arrives at the factory and surrounds Irfan and Riaz, but is stabbed by Karthik, who turns out to be the true Abu Bakr Abdullah. After the bomb goes off, Abu Bakr orders his henchman to murder Irfan because he does not need him anymore. However, Irfan fights back and kills the henchman, revealing that he was an undercover NIA agent who waited years to bring Abu Bakr Abdullah out of hiding. While Irfan murders Abu Bakr Abdullah, Archana, who is also an undercover NIA agent, comes to the plant and puts an end to Riaz's life. Under Ajay Devan's order, Gunasekar and the policemen surround the plant. A government-approved drone launches a military missile against the plant after receiving an approval from the president. Irfan is being urged to leave the factory by Archana since it is soon to be demolished. He declines though since he wishes to prevent the sarin gas from being activated. The rocket strikes the factory, apparently killing Irfan. It is acknowledged that Ajay Devan stopped the gas assault. It was discovered that Ajay, who was only known to a very small number of people, orchestrated the entire operation. He discovered an officer with a background in chemical engineering and gave him the identity Irfan Ahmed, erasing his previous existence. To entice Abu Bakr Abdullah to India, Irfan kills Ashraf, the chemical engineer Abu Bakr employed. It is also revealed that Irfan, whose real name is Faisal Ibrahim Rais, really escaped the missile attack on the plant and is currently on another assignment. That's all for today's video. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you like content like this and to get more videos. Thanks for watching and take care.